What's going on, everyone? Today we're exploring the stunning eastern side of Australia. From tropical rainforests to iconic cities and breathtaking coastal drives. I went to Australia about 9 years ago, and then a few months ago, Bri and I did a road trip across the entire eastern part of the country, where we drove over 50 hours. It's safe to say that Australia became one of our favorite countries after this. It's a beautiful place with so much diversity in its travel destinations, and it's a place you don't want to miss. So real quick, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and let's dive right in. This is my top 10 places to visit in Eastern Australia. First up, we have the Whitsundays, a collection of 74 tropical islands located in the heart of the Great Barrier Reef. The main hub for exploring these islands is Airlie Beach, a vibrant town perfect for water sports, sailing, and hanging out on the beach. The Whitsundays are famous for their pristine white sand beaches with their high silica content, particularly Whitehaven Beach, which is consistently ranked among the best in the world. You can take a day cruise or a multi-day sailing trip to explore the coral reefs, swim in the clear blue waters, and soak up the sun. Prices for day tours typically are 100 to 200 AUD per person, but it's worth every penny. Make sure to check the weather and book your tours in advance, especially during peak season from May to November. Bri and I booked a combo day tour that included a scenic flight over the islands and a boat cruise with snorkeling, beach stops, and a hike to the famous Whitsundays lookout. I would highly recommend this. It's more expensive than just a boat tour, but you get to enjoy the islands in so many different ways. Next, we're heading to Gurungan National Park, home to Waman Falls, the highest single-drop waterfall in Australia. This incredible natural wonder plunges 268 meters or 879 feet into a deep gorge surrounded by lush rainforest. It honestly felt like we were in the Amazon in South America. The hike to the base of the falls is about 2 miles round trip with a descent of about 750 feet. It's short, but definitely a pretty challenging hike, but definitely not something I would recommend if it's raining because it can be slippery. The park is accessible by car, and there's free parking at the trailhead, and if you're going to do the hike, make sure to pack plenty of water and snacks, and keep an eye out for the diverse wildlife including cassowaries and Ulysses butterflies. Entry to the park is free, and if you don't want to hike to the base of the falls, you should definitely still go because you can enjoy the waterfall from the lookout point, and it is just as incredible, and the lookout is only a few hundred feet from the parking lot. At number 3, for the more adventurous traveler who likes ticking things off of a bucket list, Mount Kosciuszko is a must-do hike. It's one of the 7 summits as it's the highest peak in Australia, standing tall at 2,228 meters above sea level or 7,310 feet. It offers incredible panoramic views of the snowy mountains. The most popular route to the summit is the 8-mile round trip from Thredbo, which includes a scenic chairlift ride if you want to cut out some of the hike. The trail is well marked and suitable for hikers of all levels, with an elevation gain of about 1,200 feet from the top of the gondola. The best time to hike this is during the summer months from December to March when the trail is free of snow. We hiked this in mid-March and there wasn't any snow in sight. Park entry fees apply and they range from 17 to 29 AUD per vehicle per day, depending on the season. The chairlift wasn't open when we went, so we opted for a different way to the summit. We started our hike from Charlotte Pass, which made it an 11.5 mile round trip hike with 1,500 feet of elevation gain. The hike itself is slightly less scenic than the one from Thredbo because it's a lot of road hiking, but the drive to Charlotte Pass is incredible and makes up for it. Before we move forward, I do want to mention that we have a handful of vlogs from this entire 2.5 week trip to Australia, so if you want to see more from this trip, you can check those out. But next up at number 4, we have the Blue Mountains, located just a 2-hour drive from Sydney, and they're known for their dramatic scenery, rugged cliffs, and eucalyptus forest. The iconic Three Sisters rock formation is a highlight, and there are numerous lookouts and walking trails to explore. One of the best ways to see the area is by taking the Scenic World rides, which include the Scenic Railway, Scenic Skyway, and Scenic Cableway. Prices for this are around 50 AUD for adults and 28 AUD for children. If you're up for a hike, the best hike and most iconic is the hike at the Three Sisters. After enjoying the views from the lookout, you can descend down a trail that will take you to a bridge right in front of the rock formations. It is stunning, and the staircase down the trail is built right into the side of the cliff, making it a very cool and adventurous hike. Up next is the Daintree Rainforest, the oldest tropical rainforest in the world, located in far north Queensland. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is teeming with unique flora and fauna, and there are plenty of ways to explore. You can take a guided night walk to see the rainforest come alive, cruise along the Daintree River to spot crocodiles and bird life, or hike at Mossman Gorge. The Daintree Discovery Center is a great starting point, offering an aerial walkway, canopy tower, and informative displays. Entrance fees are 37 AUD for adults and 18 AUD for children, and if you're driving, the Daintree River Ferry operates daily, costing 34 AUD for a round-trip ticket. The best time to visit is during the dry season from May to September, and another thing we enjoyed here was Hartley's Crocodile Adventure, as you can see a wide array of wildlife here and learn all about them. I also want to mention that we stayed at the Heritage Lodge for our accommodation, and I cannot recommend this enough. It is in the rainforest itself. You stay in a private bungalow. There's a pool and private waterfall on property, and since you're in the rainforest, you can do your own guided night walk. We really loved it here. No trip to Eastern Australia would be complete without visiting the Great Barrier Reef. Stretching over 1,430 miles, it's the largest coral reef system in the world. Popular departure points include Cairns and Port Douglas, where you can join snorkeling and diving tours to explore the vibrant underwater world. Every time I've been here, we've stayed in Cairns as far as accommodations go. Full day tours typically cost between 150 and 250 AUD per person, and they include snorkeling gear, lunch, and the guided tour. And if you're a certified diver, you can do dives here, and if you've never been scuba diving and you want to go, this is a great add-on to your Great Barrier Reef excursion. You'll take a class, fill out a health assessment, and then you can go scuba diving. If you were ever considering doing this, this is definitely the place to do it. And make sure to have a stinger suit if it is stinger season. Always follow the reef conservation guidelines to protect the reef, and when you're on your tour, listen to your guides and everything they have to tell you about how to visit the reef safely. At number 7, we have Phillip Island, located just a 90-minute drive from Melbourne. It's famous for its wildlife, particularly the nightly penguin parade where you can watch little penguins waddle ashore at sunset. Other attractions include the Koala Conservation Center, Church Hill Island Heritage Farm, and so many beautiful roadside beach stops like Pyramid Rock. Combination tickets for the penguin parade and other attractions range from 26 to 60 AUD. The island also offers beautiful coastal walks, beaches, and the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit for motorsport enthusiasts. Melbourne, being the closest major city, is a great base camp to explore Phillip Island. And make sure to book penguin parade tickets in advance, as they often sell out every day. Bri and I had a rental car and made a day trip from Melbourne to visit Phillip Island, and in my opinion, this is probably the easiest way to visit this. Otherwise, you'll have to book a tour, and I think having the flexibility to explore the island on your own time is just a much better way to do it. And if you're staying in Melbourne, make sure to check out the top 10 travel guide that Bri and I made for the city itself. Next up at number 8, we have Byron Bay, a laid-back coastal town known for its stunning beaches, surf culture, and vibrant art scene. You can rent a bike and explore the town, or head to the famous Cape Byron Lighthouse for breathtaking views and the chance to spot dolphins and whales during migration seasons. The beaches here are perfect for surfing, with lessons and board rentals available for all skill levels. If you want to explore further surrounding areas, don't miss the nearby towns of Sunshine Coast and Gold Coast for more beautiful beaches and surfing spots. My favorite place on the Gold Coast is Surfer's Paradise. Byron Bay also hosts various festivals and markets throughout the year, making it a lively destination to plan a trip around. It does keep that more quaint small town feel to it, opposed to the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast, making it better if you want to escape kind of the city vibe and some of the crowds. But still, parking can be challenging in the town center, so I would consider biking or walking. We rented bikes for 4 days when we were here, and we loved it. There's also so much great food in town, so it's a great place for foodies. At number 9, we have the Australia Zoo, owned and operated by Steve Irwin's family. It is located about an hour's drive north of Brisbane. The Australia is a must-visit for animal and wildlife lovers. Founded by the late Steve Irwin, the zoo is home to a wide variety of native Australian animals, including crocodiles, koalas, and kangaroos. The zoo offers daily wildlife shows, including the famous Crocoseum show featuring crocodiles, birds, and snakes. Tickets are 61 AUD for adults and 37 AUD for children. The zoo is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. We came here with our rental car, but if you're traveling by public transport, there are shuttle services from Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. Last up, we have the Great Ocean Road, which is one of the most scenic coastal drives in the world, stretching 150 miles along the southern coast of Victoria. The highlight here is the 12 Apostles, towering limestone stacks rising straight out of the ocean. The drive offers numerous lookouts, beaches, and charming coastal towns to explore. For the best experience, take your time and plan for a few days to fully appreciate the sights. There's plenty of accommodation options along the route, from campgrounds to luxury lodges, but the road can be busy during peak season from December to February, so plan your trip accordingly. And really quick, I want to include a bonus destination, because any visit to Eastern Australia wouldn't be complete without mentioning Sydney, the largest city in Australia and home to the iconic Sydney Opera House and the Bondi Icebergs. You can take a guided tour of the Opera House, explore the nearby Royal Botanic Gardens, and enjoy views from Sydney Harbour Bridge. The Opera House offers a variety of tours with prices starting at 42 AUD for adults. Sydney is also a great gateway to many other attractions like the Bondi Icebergs and the Blue Mountains, so make sure to spend a few days here to fully explore the this vibrant city. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you found it helpful in planning your trip to Australia. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for more travel guides and top 10. But thanks for watching. I'll see you on another adventure.